Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Premier, I appreciated your visit to Ottawa Monday to assess the damage from the severe flooding in our region. My hope is the province will act immediately to help the 346 people who witnessed their homes flood and the 155 who had to be evacuated. This morning, the General Manager of the City of Ottawa's Emergency and Protective Services Department, Anthony DeMonte, said that the city has made a formal request for the Disaster Relief Assistance Program. Even though the team is already on site, it has yet to be activated. We have been dealing with the flooding on the Ottawa for over a week now, and the disaster assistance from the Ontario has been slow to respond. With more flooding on the way, can the Premier tell me and the Ottawa residents that are affected how quickly they can expect the Disaster Relief Assistance Program to kick in?
Thank you, Premier.
Minister of Municipal Affairs.
Minister of Municipal Affairs.
Speaker, thank you. Thank the member for a question, an opportunity to give some detail for people. If the program is recommended for activation, and if the program is activated, there is still a fair bit of work to be done. The money or support that may flow to individual homeowners, remembering the program is not a replacement for insurance. On the private side, it deals with essentials only. If it's activated, and if they're eligible, and if money flows, there is still a time lag there before any money might flow at all. I would make sure you're communicating to your constituents that they're required to have receipts and details that they can submit if the program gets activated. There is a time lag around that. Obviously, that can't be turned around. So if the question is about whether financial assistance will be coming, they need to understand that even if I activated the program 5 minutes ago, a check doesn't show up in the mail tomorrow. There's still work to be done by the constituents. I would recommend perhaps calling into our ministry, getting a bit more detail, and we'd be happy to fill in some of the gaps for you.
Supplementary.
I thank the minister very much. We are expecting more rain this weekend, and residents have been told by the city this morning to keep their sandbags in place as a result. The city's responded very compassionately just this morning, passing a tax relief package for those who are affected by the flood. Over 200 residents, or 2,000 residents, have volunteered to help in various ways, such as bagging sand, loading trucks, and packing sandbags around homes. Again, while I appreciated the visit, and the fact that the disaster relief has not yet been activated, there's other questions abounding about how Hydro One, for example, will be responding to flood victims whose electricity has been disconnected. And compared to the flooding response across the Ottawa River in Gatineau, the province of Ontario hasn't been quite as visible. And to the minister's point, it's important that my constituents are aware of some of the challenges. So I'm wondering if the minister can lay out concrete steps the province of Ontario is taking to deal with this massive flooding and the timeline that my constituents and my city can expect.
Thank you.
Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services. Speaker.
Minister.
Well, first of all, I thank you for the question because, you know, as we were there, the Premier, the member from Glengarry Prescott Russell, the member from Ottawa South, and I on Monday, we talk to individuals. We praise the good work of our volunteers, of our first responder, the amazing work that's being done to protect the house of everyone is to be commended, Mr. Speaker. And certainly for us is to stay engaged with our municipality. And I know the Minister of Municipal Affairs, his official, and ours and the emergency of Ontario preparedness, we have engaged with our municipality every single day, Mr. Speaker. We are, I would say, almost every hour receiving reports. And if they need anything, we're responding. When they needed sandbag, we made the call right away and expedite those decisions, Mr. Speaker. Certainly, our goal is to be part and with them. Thank you.